G'day, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard. Welcome back to the channel. I'm just some Aussie gamer. It is a pleasure to have you here. Slightly different video today here, legends. First of all, I'd like to wish all of you who watch this video, subscribed or not, a very Merry Christmas to all of you, your family, friends, relatives, and genuinely, basically anyone you give two fucks about. It's been a rough couple of years for most people, and I genuinely hope this holiday season is everything that you hoped for and more. Secondly, I'd like to thank you all for your support, your feedback, your likes, dislikes, your comments, tips, suggestions, banter, and just general awesomeness in 2021. Whilst realistically, I did in fact start this channel in September 2020, I never really took it seriously until late May 2021. And it honestly has been quite an amazing and fantastic 6 months, thanks to you guys. To be approaching 250 subscribers on YouTube and 25 followers on Twitch, of which I only started on Twitch 1 week ago, and that's inside of, well, a 6-month period, give or take a few days, with my content being 95% streaming and otherwise a quite niche content when it comes to video creation. It's quite a mind-blowing situation to be in, and so humbly, I really would like to genuinely thank you all for everything. Really, the support is quite insane. Now, thirdly, I'd like to take a moment to specifically thank some members of the Just Some Aussie Gamer community, or as I refer to them, the legends of the highest regard. So, first up, and the obvious one for me anyway, is calling Pidgeon. The behind-the-scenes work that this man does to assist myself within the channel is literally beyond words and comprehension. He takes my World Adventure flight plan, breaks them down, adds any missed locations, finds aftermarket scenery, researches the route that we'll be taking, finds information on the internet about certain points along the way, towns, cities, whatever we're going to be flying over, nails down minimum safe altitudes, does the whole thing. It is, as I said, I cannot put it into words. And then he provides all of that back to myself and the members of the community for them to be able to use that information and the flight plan and all that to join me on the World Adventure flights. And the crazy thing is, he refuses to let me pay for the work that he does. Calling Pidgeon, I literally cannot put into words what you have done for the channel in 2021. Like, amazing. It's just amazing. So thank you. Like, literally, thank you is not a strong enough word, but it is the only word that I can use right now. Mr. Drew DeMarinis, the man who made the correlation between my cooking career and flight sim, and from a small suggestion that he made of why don't you combine the two, here's a name idea, basically, well, when I say kick-started my internet career, it's not really been kick-started yet as such. There's still a long way to go, but you're a legend, Drew. I mean, you are a man who is always there to provide feedback, whether it's positive, negative, constructive. You know, the number of times I've finished a stream and you're just chilling there in the Discord, waiting to sort of go, this was great, improve that, etc. And I'm always down to listen, and the listening to you has just managed to improve the content and the progression of the streams, especially the cooking ones, to levels that I never thought that somebody like myself would be able to achieve. I cannot thank you enough for what you do. Your financial generosity is also phenomenally beyond words. As we know, it is certainly not a requirement on this channel, but I really needed to recognize just how generous you'd been in that regard throughout the last 6 months of 2021. OzFlightZum, the man who kickstarted the idea in my head that I could do a YouTube channel. And then, when I did, he proceeded to promote the absolute hell out of it on his streams. Now, OzFlightZum's channel, this is a man who is approaching 75,000 subscribers on YouTube and is widely regarded as one of the internet's biggest flight sim news and content channels, specifically more towards the factual and realistic side. And yet he's so incredibly humble and willing to help those who are just starting out. Not only that, the thing that still confuses my brain and I find very, very hard to comprehend is he watches my content and streams. A man with almost 75,000 subs watches my content and streams. And even now, whilst I'm saying it, it just sounds insane. So thank you for everything, OzFlightZum. Like, I cannot thank you enough for the position I am in now compared to where I was this time last year. Next person is Semi, or Black Evo. You may know him by a few names. The man who you can always rely on to run an idea past in the Discord, even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, he will give you an honest answer there and then, and that is exactly what I'm looking for when I have ideas at crazy times of the evening and I need to throw them out at somebody. He's a man with a big heart, always looking out for others, always down for some friendly banter, some competition, and a lot of smoked meat. He is also the bloke who has the most watch hours of all content on my channel, which also blows my mind. It's nearly 150 hours or something crazy like that. Obviously, the man literally works and watches my video content based on those numbers. Must be what he gets up to. He's also, and I need to mention this, a huge financial contributor to the channel. Again, it is definitely not a requirement or a prerequisite of being part of this channel, but him and Drew go above and beyond anything that I could ever potentially comprehend. So I figured it was just something that I needed to, put out there on the internet and say, thank you very much for everything, Mr. Black Evo / Semi. Fozzie is one of the more recent people to join the channel, and he's always doing sneaky and cool things in the background, like randomly boosting the Discord server. I just logged in one day and I'm like, what? And just, there he is, boosting the Discord server like nothing, nothing happened. It's just amazing. He's also one of the moderators over on YouTube, an absolutely epic mod, and he also happens to be a chef in his real life like myself, so, automatically he gets extra points. Thank you very much for 2021, Fozzie. I know it was a short amount of time, but you've certainly stamped your name within the channel community as somebody who's definitely here for the long haul. Mr. David Jacko, you dirty slew, my first moderator, and for a while there, till his life got too busy for him, he would watch and be involved in every single stream, which was just phenomenal at the time. A hilarious man and a fantastic supporter of the channel. I must say, congratulations on your awesome news. Cannot wait for you to spread that news in the coming days. You'll know what I'm talking about. A couple of other people might know what I'm talking about. But genuinely, David, thank you for everything in 2021. And here's to 2022. Leaded Rapier 709. Some of you may know him as Wes, a man who credits me with being the reason he started his YouTube channel, but all I really did was affirm in his mind what he already knew and encourage him to take that extra step and put content on the internet. One of, if not the person with the biggest and kindest heart that I know, always available for a chat, is always incredibly reliable, especially when I need to relay messages to my YouTube or Discord and do not have access at that particular point. As some of you may know, I like to keep my YouTube channel and Discord off of my phone so that when I am enjoying life or doing work that I am not focusing on those things that are not currently important to the situation, and allows me to take that break. Thank you for 2021, Wes, and mate, best of luck in January 2022. Brett Plays, the man who took me and the channel under his wing in the early days by offering to stream with me on his channel to gain more subscribers. Already an incredibly phenomenal offer. To think at the point that he did that, I had about 30 subscribers. Quite amazing. The rest is history. Realistically is. Brett, you are the granddad of the channel, and that is meant in the most endearing way that it possibly can be. A man of incredibly useful knowledge, and he's also incredibly humble. He himself is actually approaching 2,500 subscribers inside 2 years of channel content creation and streaming. And those who've had the pleasure to interact with Brett will understand exactly why this man deserves all his success. Brett, thank you very much for 2021 and more power to you in 2022. I'd also just like to say a massive thank you to Shoney Gaming and Captain Arash. These guys are the reason that I was convinced to put my world adventure idea within Microsoft Flight Simulator on the internet as a streaming service. I don't know if that's the way to say it, but that's what I'm going to go with. And they kind of convinced me just by me watching them that it was a good idea, and turns out it was a pretty good idea. So thank you very much to them. I'd also like to say a massive shout out to Zach's Gaming Lab, who is the man who joined my first ever stream, is my first ever subscriber, I believe, and literally he helped me get all my audio and everything set up in the early days so that my streams were, you know, had good background music, good game sounds, my voice was good, the position of the webcam, etc., etc. All those important things that people look for when they first start streaming to improve. He was just there to be able to guide me through all that stuff early on, and I credit the part of the incredible growth within the channel to him, making those subtle suggestions and changes and all that to me so early on, allowing me to have a sort of semi-professional looking setup early on. I'd also like to just say some general thank yous to the following people who have joined the community, been generally awesome, overly supportive, and all-round absolute legends. So these are people who have joined the community and just gone to that next level of support, whether it be through, well, actually, not whether, it is usually through words, and words mean a lot. So, Sean Dale, one of the most inspiring people I have ever had the pleasure of talking with, and his positivity is addictive. Vruden the Great and Garwin are both genuine and hilarious men who want the best for everyone and want everyone to succeed in life and see reward for their hard work. Bubba Von Braun is another man who sort of falls into that group as well, but he will also go out of his way to teach people knowledge that he possesses, especially if that knowledge is of benefit to the people in question. Metas, Blackadder, two incredibly generous and genuine men who I can talk with for hours. Incredibly interesting blokes for different reasons, who have got phenomenal stories to tell about their life. Awesome people. Tony Barrow has got life experience and he's always incredibly positive, energetic, and provides an uplifting vibe. Whenever I'm in the Discord with Tony or he's on a stream, I'm always in extremely good spirits and a uplifted mood after speaking with this bloke. So, Tony, cheers. So many people. Two Mops, Clocked, Dan Random, Garmy Wombat, Icarus, Kangaroo, Stu, Josh, Willie V, More legends who have supported the channel what I would consider beyond any reasonable amount. And whether or not they agree with that or not, it's how I feel. Honestly, I'd love to sit here and speak about every single subscriber to the channel and how awesome they have been to the community, and most of them are involved quite regularly, but we'd be here for days if I did that. If I didn't mention you, I do apologize. It's certainly got nothing to do with you as a person or anything, but the people mentioned above went above and beyond what most subscribers would usually do within a YouTube channel. I certainly don't love or appreciate you guys any less than those mentioned above. As I said, they just took that extra step. Legends, that does bring us to the end of the video. Something different. Excuse the background as well. Something I thought was also necessary. I'd like to thank every single person who watched the channel in 2021. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas once more. I cannot wait for 2022. Wherever you are in the world, you look after yourselves, stay safe, stay well, don't do anyone I wouldn't do, and I will catch you guys in my next stream. Cheers, legends. It's been an absolute pleasure.